Hey, welcome everyone. Today we're diving into the fascinating history and evolution of Ethereum, the blockchain powerhouse that's really reshaped digital finance.
Absolutely. Ethereum's journey is so intricate and eye-opening. What's the core idea behind Ethereum again?
Well, Ethereum is essentially an open source blockchain that supports smart contracts and decentralized apps. Basically, it lets you run code securely without any middleman involvement.
Mm, right. So in a way, it goes beyond Bitcoin, which basically kicked off the whole crypto scene in 2009 as a digital asset and a proof of work blockchain.
Exactly. Bitcoin was more like the pioneer, offering a crypto asset and the underlying blockchain tech. Ethereum built on that idea but added layers of functionality like smart contracts and a whole ecosystem for
Yep.
developers.
And it all started with a white paper by Vitalik Buterin back in November 2013, right?
Yes, that's correct. Vitalik published that white paper outlining Ethereum's potential, and then other co founders like Gavin Wood, Charles Hoskinson, and a few others jumped on board.
Right. It's interesting how a diverse team led to such a major project. Do you think their varied expertise contributed to Ethereum's rapid adoption?
Absolutely, the mix of minds gave Ethereum a broad perspective. It wasn't just built for transactions, it was designed as a platform for decentralized applications. Think of it as an operating system for the blockchain era.
Mm, very cool. And then came the ICO in 2014, where they raised over $18 million in Bitcoin. That really helped kick off development.
Exactly. The initial coin offering in 2014 was a big fundraising moment, um, allowing the team to develop the platform further. Although ETH was technically available early on, the actual Ethereum blockchain went live only in July 2015.
Right, that waiting period must have stirred up some excitement. Yeah, imagine holding a coin while waiting for the blockchain to launch. It's like having a ticket to the future.
Perfect analogy. It really set the stage for all the blockchain experimentation that followed. And then Ethereum evolved through several phases. Initially, it was the frontier phase, which just got things off the ground, right?
Yep. And then came updates like Byzantium and Constantinople. Each of these brought changes to things such as mining rewards and overall performance, didn't they?
Exactly. For instance, the Byzantium update even reduced the mining reward from 5 ETH to 3 ETH. It was all part of fine tuning the network as adoption grew.
Mm. I recall the network got some stress tests too, like during the CryptoKitties craze in 2017, when digital cats nearly overwhelmed the system.
Oh, yes, that was a real world stress exam for Ethereum's capacity. The massive popularity of CryptoKitties really exposed its scalability issues, prompting further upgrades and ideas for scaling solutions.
Right, that was quite a spectacle. It also clearly highlighted the need for transitioning from a proof of work system to proof of stake. The environmental concerns with POW were becoming a big talking point.
Absolutely. And that's where the beacon chain came into play, a consensus layer designed to initiate that transition, leading us up to what's known as the merge.
Mm. The merge really redefined the network, didn't it? It essentially merged the execution layer with the new proof of stake consensus mechanism, all while trying to maintain one single network.
Right, exactly. It's interesting because while developers rebranded ETH2 to just the consensus layer to avoid scams, the network retained its single identity, with ETH1 managing transactions and ETH2 ensuring security via
Yeah.
POS.
Though there was that fork, ETHW, created by some miners who preferred keeping the proof of work chain alive. Hmm.
Yes, that's a good point. Despite the merge, there are segments of the community that wanted to preserve proof of work for various reasons. It represents the ideological diversity in the crypto space.
I do wonder though, don't you think that continuing POW in a fork, like with ETHW, might dilute the ecosystem or cause regulatory confusions?
That's a fair critique. While it does serve a particular audience, it does introduce complexities around security, energy consumption, and even market dynamics. But it's also a testament to how decentralized and open the ecosystem is.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of market dynamics, the Ethereum price history has been pretty wild, hasn't it?
Absolutely. ETH's price journey has seen major fluctuations, from trading under $2 in the early days surging to nearly $1,400 in 2018, then dipping and rising again to above $4,000 in 2021 before the post-merge drop.
It almost feels like a roller coaster ride, and such volatility really adds to the excitement and the risk of the crypto space.
That's true. And the volatility often reflects broader sentiments about innovation, regulation, and the technical challenges Ethereum faces as it scales.
Indeed. Now, can we talk a little about the DAO hack in 2016? That was one of the most pivotal events in Ethereum's history, right?
Yes, absolutely. The DAO was this bold experiment in decentralized organization where people could fund projects by pooling ETH, but then it got hacked. Over 3.6 million ETH were ripped from its pool.
And that led to a significant debate among the community. Some argued for a hard fork to nullify the hack, while others believed doing so would break the immutability principle of blockchain.
Exactly. Eventually, the majority supported a hard fork, which resulted in two chains. The updated one that we now call Ethereum and the original branch now known as Ethereum Classic.
Yeah. It's interesting how that event is still discussed as a defining moment for blockchain governance and the limits of decentralization.
Definitely. It really set the tone on how to handle crises in a decentralized network, balancing between security and the ideal of immutability.
And looking forward, Ethereum's roadmap mentions phases like the surge, the verge, the purge, and the splurge. How promising do you think these future developments are?
They're ambitious, to say the least. Each phase targets different challenges: scalability, decentralization, and even regulatory issues as digital assets become mainstream.
Right, definitely ambitious. But do you think those phases might take longer than anticipated? Some critics say the road to perfect scalability is still paved with uncertainties.
That's a fair concern. While the intent is clear, the execution at such scale is never trivial. There's genuine risk that delays or unforeseen issues might crop up, but the continuous innovation in the Ethereum community gives us hope.
True. So, with such a rich history, from a humble white paper to managing billions in transaction fees, Ethereum really stands as a testament to what blockchain technology can evolve into.
Exactly. Ethereum's story is not just about technology, but also about community, innovation, and some tough ethical choices along the way. It's like a constant experiment in balancing vision, security,
totally.
and adaptability.
And it'll be exciting to see how the network deals with upcoming regulatory and scalability challenges while pushing forward newer updates.
Absolutely. As the ecosystem grows, it's clear that Ethereum has not only revolutionized blockchain tech, but also the whole concept of decentralized governance and digital finance.
I guess we'll have to keep an eye on those next developmental phases. They could truly reshape the future of the crypto industry.
For sure. Thanks for joining in this chat. It's been great delving into Ethereum's rich history and its potential future.
Yeah, this was really enlightening. Can't wait to see what comes next in the Ethereum saga.